Exactly. But now it's time for my next guest. He became an international star at the age of 12 when he topped the charts around the world. He was the world's most famous choir boy, and since then he's presented loads of TV shows and recently starred in Strictly Come Dancing. And very well, did you see him?
It was
I
brilliant.
thought he was fantastic, wasn't he? Eh? Will you please welcome the one and only, the legend himself, Mr. Aled Jones. That's what I get, Aled, for singing The Snowman this morning.
Serves you right.
Serves me right. Yeah. Do you know I've got a confession to make about The Snowman?
It was you that sang it originally.
Well, I auditioned, but they wouldn't have me. My voice had broke. I watch it every Christmas Eve.
Do you?
Yeah, every Christmas Eve.
Do you like it?
I do, actually, yeah.
Do you know, I've only ever seen it once through.
Really?
Yeah, a couple of years ago I thought I have to go and see it because everyone keeps going on about it every year. So I sat down and watched it.
Oh, it's lovely.
Oh, it's not bad, is it?
No, it's fab.
I'm not a very nice dad though, because my daughter a couple of years ago was 1 and we were going on holiday, and her favourite toy was this huge snowman. It was massive. It was like this big, and she wanted to take it on the plane with her. And I thought, 15 hours on a plane with my daughter. Can you imagine all the stewardesses going, what a sad dad, you know, he's like forced this snowman on his daughter. So I hid it under our bed and said, this bear's much nicer, take this with you, and thankfully she did.
Do people still come up to you and sing it?
Only you.
Only me.
Do you know what? This Christmas was the first Christmas that no one hasn't mentioned the snowman, and all people talk about now is dancing.
Yeah.
At least 20 or 50 people come up to me going, you were robbed and all this business.
You were brilliant.
You were fantastic.
Seriously. No, honestly. Because Julian Clary was on it. I'd ring him up and say, how are you getting on? Oh. And Julian would say, oh, it's awful. I'm doing 15 hours a day and it's terrible. And I have to wear a silken catsuit. He says, do I look fat? And I said, of course, you look huge.
The worst moment of my life is when we did the advert for Strictly Come Dancing, or Strictly as we call it, you know, in the business.
Strictly. Strictly.
They had me in these lycra trousers, skin tight, and a wrap-around lycra thing, and I looked like a fat pork pie. So camp, dancing down the aisle of a church and going, like that's camp. It was so bad. But after 4 weeks, literally, you get used to it. And now I wear it at home and everything, you know. Tighter the better.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, underneath.
Did you enjoy doing it?
It was a life-changing experience. It really was. I became mentally fitter, physically fitter. And you do that in front of 11 million, you know, and you think you can do anything. Because you're on a high on the Saturday night, and thankfully people kept me and my partner in for, you know, something like 8 weeks. Yeah. But Saturday night you think, yes, I've done it. And then Sunday morning you're learning 2 dances that you never knew existed.
But what got me, you were smart, you're beaming. You know, like, here I am. It was like, everything's coming up roses, and off we went. You took to that floor. No, really. I'm sort of quite jealous they hadn't asked me.
I've put your name down for the
No, you didn't bother. Thank you. I had that with Comic Relief Driving School 6 months of my life. Nearly gave me a breakdown.
No, you know, I did learn all the dances, and that's all I wanted to do. I didn't want to win it at all, ever, because I've never danced before in my life. I didn't dance on my wedding night. There was a free bar, that's probably why, but, you know, I've always been, like, sort of ungainly, so I thought, no, this would be a good opportunity. I've always been invited to go to jungles and to do celebrity fighting and all that sort of business. I didn't want to do it, but this, at least now I can kind of move. I'm still not very good, but I can still move a little bit.
You can hold your own now on a cruise or something, can't you?
Thanks so much.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you sat there, like, some old bird comes up and says, Aled, will you do a tango? You can drag around by a bum. You can
Well, I tell you, last Saturday I was in Belfast. The worst place to be last Saturday, because Wales were playing Ireland in Cardiff. I was supposed to sing the Welsh national anthem. I had a gig in Ireland with 4 Irish male voice choirs. Can you imagine? You know, so a no-win situation. And on the Friday night, I found myself, as you do, in a bar, sort of late at night. Could they get me off the dance floor? I was giving it this and all this, you know.
See, it's not what you'd expect from Aled Jones, is it? You know what I mean? You're sort of, the image, you think, oh, he's very quiet, and, you know, you're singing, and, like, he's wild.
You bring out the worst in me, you do.
Now, you've just written your autobiography.
I have.
Was that hard to do?
It took a year.
A year?
And it was the worst thing I've ever done. No, it was really hard because, you know, I'd forgotten so much that went on in my early life. And I'd say that 7/8 of the book is about kind of, you know, the period where I was singing, Walking in the Air, that one, you know, just before you sing it. And, you know, I'd forgotten so much of what went on. But the lady who started my career, there was a lady in the congregation in Bangor Cathedral, Hevina, who's no longer with us. She'd kept every newspaper cutting and stuff. And when she died, I got all these. And, you know, it's amazing how much you do forget. Yeah. So the only reason I've written the autobiography, because I am still kind of young, was that I was the last person ever to go on This Is Your Life. And once I got over the initial reaction of wanting to throttle Michael Aspel on stage in the Royal Albert Hall, I thought, you know, it'd be a good opportunity to kind of end that chapter of my life, if you like. So when I'm about 70 and bitter and twisted, I'm going to write the real one, you know.
That's what I'd like to do. I'd never work again, though. No, real shut up. You all know about me in Manila. Yes. Did you think you missed out on your childhood?
No, not at all. You know, the only thing my mum and dad, who have always been like best mates to me, the only thing they made me do when I was a kid, and I wasn't too happy then, was go to comprehensive school Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
So I was a normal school child, you know, just chasing girls and playing football and things like that. But then Friday night, I'd get the best of both worlds. I'd be going down to London to do TVs, or going to awards ceremonies, or going to Hollywood or Rome or whatever. So, no, it was just the best time. And it was only 4.5 years, but in 4.5 years, I released 17 albums.
Because I remember when your voice broke, it was like front
Oh, thanks for
page.
bringing that up.
Alec Jones's voice was broken. We all went, oh, no, I took to me bed for 5 days. Oh, no. In shock. And you've released an album as well.
Yeah, well, I've done 4...
How'd you find time with Strictly Ballroom, with the singing, writing books,
you know,
releasing albums?
I'm just really happy. You know, it's not hard work. It's not like going down the mines or anything.
Yeah.
And, you know, 4 years ago, I was probably doing 30 concerts a year. This year, I'll be doing over 100 concerts and doing my 4th album in 4 years. And I just enjoy working, you know.
Oh, good for you. Yeah. The legend himself, and you are, see?
Okay,
No, he is, isn't he, Alec Jones? You really are, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Alec Jones. Come on. Yeah, so, isn't he? No, you are. No. My sister's got each of them. No, you're not. Got Alec Jones on. How old is she? Oh, she's 61.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Now, I did this the other day, because Boy George is the same birthday as me, and I said, oh, you know, I said, we're different years, and he said, what year are you? And I went, 55. I didn't mean I'm 55. That was the year I was born, so do the maths yourself. I'm 32, and anyone wants to argue with that, I'll be outside with a bottle in my hand, okay?